All right. Time for that crow. Time for that crow, haters. Errol Spence Jr. miraculously shows up on Fox, announces that he will be back in the spring, early spring, late spring, summertime. He doesn't want to tune up. He wants Manny Pacquiao or Danny Garcia next. Amazing. Amazing. What happened to all the inside information that he was so terribly hurt? Let's talk about that and rub it in your face in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we do more videos. Also, thank you so much to the Patreon, people who join the Patreon. Oh, except for the Patreon cheats. I noticed some of you guys are doing something real funny over there. That's really not cool. So I got to change the settings on it. That's why I've been delayed putting stuff out, because I caught a couple. You guys are being funny. But much love to the real Patreons over there on the Patreon channel. Much love to everybody in the live streams. Thank you guys so much for coming Monday through Friday around 11:15 a.m. And also the channel memberships. Please feel free to join the channel. And the OG Boxing Talk crew, make sure you're there this morning. This is Sunday morning, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, where we wrap up the week of boxing with myself, Blood Boxing, KQKC Boxing, Trap House Boxing, and my man, Curtis Anderson, the boxing historian. Okay, let's get into this. Let's get into this. Yeah, some of y'all need to be ashamed of yourselves, and I'm going to preach at you towards the end of this video, because some of y'all act like kids, and I'm making this video because I want to have fun making a video and really tell you what I think about some of y'all. Okay, so Errol Spence Jr., the PBC's welterweight star, unified champion at 147 pounds, the IBF reigning champion, the WBC reigning champion, now is on many lists, people's pound for pound, top pound for pound list in boxing. Excellent fighter, gives you nothing but exciting fights, gives you nothing but, grit and determination in the ring. One of the best things going on that there is going on in boxing, who is being in a fight between, he's even half of what could be a mega fight in boxing between Terrence Bud Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. So this young man's career is going excellently. He's undefeated. The guy goes over to the UK, brings the belt back from the UK against what at the time was considered to be by many people the best welterweight in the world, which is Kell Brook. He defends, he beats Mikey Garcia, even though he never really wanted to fight Mikey Garcia. It's just the other welterweights didn't want to fight him. Sean Porter wouldn't fight him at the time. Danny Garcia wouldn't fight him. Keith Thurman wouldn't fight him. And so he fights Mikey Garcia. He beats Mikey Garcia dang near with one hand tied behind his back. He then goes and fights Sean Porter, who he originally wanted to fight, right? He goes and has this epic war with Sean Porter, who's not an easy out for anybody, winds up, I do believe, dropping Sean Porter in either the 10th or the 11th round, winds up winning a very, very close fight. And then something absolutely horrific happens. The young man is in a car accident with his white Ferrari. And I can joke now, hey dog, white Ferraris, that shit's too hard to clean. Get that shit in black, slick. Anyway, I'll never have one of those, so all I can do is be like, hey man, get a black one next time. That shit looks better. Anyway, his Ferrari flips over and this dude is blessed, okay? He's blessed because he walks out of there with minor injuries, and when it looked like anybody else out there, dude, like he said in the interview, could have been dead. If it was anybody else in that type of circumstance, man, that car was completely totaled, and he gets out relatively unscathed. Then, being a reasonable person, he just doesn't talk to people, right? He goes away. I suppose, he gets out of the hospital. He spends time with his family and his friends. And then many of you cockroaches come on out and start saying the craziest things about this dude when every report that came out said the guy was doing fine. Then miraculously he got out of there without any major issues. That his fight with Danny Garcia is going to get pushed back because obviously, he's got to make sure that everything's straight, reflect on his life, take care of business outside the ring because that's more important than what he does for his job, right? But no, you have people that just can't help but speculate and put things out like, and shame on you for doing it. Shame on you for doing it. Rick Glazier, shame on you for doing it. Along with the Deontay Wilder 1,500, 150K sale nonsense that this guy's constantly peddling, and for some reason people want to keep buying. Say that, his injuries were much more horrific than we thought. He's not coming back to the sport of boxing, because my inside source tells me this. You got Bob Arum saying same thing just last week about how he heard somebody told him that Errol Spence isn't coming back for the foreseeable future. And what happens as a result? Errol Spence Jr. the next week comes out just in an interview on the fight for Jermell Charlo and says, hey man, I'm fine. I'll be back in May, June, late spring, early summer. But yeah, I'm fine. Goes through the whole situation, puts it out of there on camera to stop y'all from all this craziness you talking right in the tracks. Now, I don't understand you, man. Now, I knew this was the case, and I can say it now because, hey, he's already out there. He said what he wanted to say. I did some videos because I already knew this, because I had already talked to people extremely close to the man. And when I mean extremely close to the man, I mean extremely, extremely close to the man. So I already knew this. I had 2 days, maybe 2 days after the accident, I was told the same thing. And then when I heard that he was back in training, I made a call. They told me the same thing. And they actually, and much love to my guy, he actually sounded like, man, he's straight. I told you he's straight. Why wouldn't he be in training? There ain't nothing wrong with him. It's a blessing. He was blessed, right? Now, besides that, Mauricio Sulaiman had come out and said that there was no reason to make Errol Spence Jr. the interim champion because they got the doctor's report and they got the clean bill of health. Now, it took time for these guys, obviously, they're like, okay, well, it doesn't look like anything's wrong. Let's run test after test after test after test after test because, damn, the dude was in a car and got flipped 8 times. Let's make sure that there's nothing wrong, really nothing wrong. So I'm quite sure with the money that dude has, and that they really made sure and went through every test that they could possibly go through to make sure that they're not missing something. Well, now he's back. And now I'm wondering, I'm not really wondering where the apology is going to be. Where the apology is going to be for all of to Errol Spence Jr., for all of the crazy stuff that you guys are out there talking about, and to people that were telling you the truth. It's like, if you don't hear, some of y'all, if you don't hear this stuff from Steve Kim, or if you don't hear it from Dan Rayfield, you just refuse to believe it. I wonder why that is. I wonder why somebody that has interviews with Errol Spence Jr. on their page, has interviews with his family on their page, talking to them, asking them questions, why you wouldn't believe them when they tell you that they heard the guy was okay. When you have people like Black Fight Fan TV, who lives in Dallas, who's been familiar with that situation for years, where you have other people who are in Dallas, who are in camp with the guy and have been so for years, right? Telling people, nah, man, he's fine, right? Why won't you believe him? I wonder what that is, man. But I still, in YouTube, or in Boxing Conversation, this is one of the reasons why I joined the LDBC, because some of you cats are straight up toxic. Some of you guys really just want misery in other people's lives. And it's like, I can't wait to have conversations with you because I want to hear if you guys have actual relief in your voice, or whether you have regret in your voice. And I'm telling you, the voice of your writing, I ain't actually got to talk to you, but the voice of your writing. Are you still going to sound like, no? Are you still going to sound like it's a boxing match like when Deontay Wilder got a draw with Tyson Fury, you guys are in denial and denial because you don't want it to be the case. You want to just keep saying Tyson Fury won the fight, even though Deontay Wilder got a draw and he's still the champion a year later. Is that what you're going to do when you hear, or is there going to actually be relief and happiness that a young man didn't die? That a young man's family and their kids didn't lose their ability to make to earn a living. Is there going to be that type of tone in your voice, or is it going to be, oh no, he's just making it up? Really? Can you see? You saw the mark over his eye, you saw the cut over his eye. That's going to open up on him. That's going to open up on him. That's career-ending cut. That's a career-ending cut over the top of his eye. The keloided. Yeah, that's career-ending right there. He'll never be the same. Or are you just going to hope? Are you going to hope that he's never the same? Man, I'm telling you, man, some of y'all just got to get lives. Now, I already did my video when I already knew he was cool. But when it was announced the day before yesterday, when actually Derek James gave a quote to Lance Pugmire, right? And Lance Pugmire said that he was back in training. Cool, he's back in training. He's really decided he's going to continue to fight, because before there was the chance that he might decide, like, I got a lot of money, I just don't want to do this anymore. There's a chance of that having been the case, but that wasn't the case. So then I said, hey man, I did the little two spiels about, I hope he learns from it. I hope he learns from driving really fast and cars with gigantic engines with, under the influence of alcohol. I hope he learns from it. But more importantly, I'm happy that he made it. And I'm happy that he's there to share his life lessons and his wisdom that he'll learn through time with his daughters and his future kids if he decides to have any more of them. Errol Spence Jr. is absolutely blessed. The boxing world is absolutely blessed to have Errol Spence Jr. I'm super happy for the champion, and you trolls need to be ashamed of yourselves. Anyway, it is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.